Alright, so what I wanted to do for you here is show you how to use software to help with a calculation versus some of the calculator tricks. I've shown some TI-84 stuff and some TI-30 stuff on the website, and we're going to be moving into using software to help us a bit. So I want to look at this problem here and some things we can do with it. Now you're going to see a weird screen blobble here as I switch screens. I apologize. You'll get a bit of infinity. But here we go. So now, what we're doing is we're looking at the age in years and heights in inches of all pitchers for baseball teams are listed, and find the coefficient of variation for each of the two data sets. And so if we look here, you can click on this and you get the data. But if we come up here, we're going to click on this, and we're going to open it in Excel. And now I have my data here. And what you're going to find is statistics in the real life. This is how you're going to work on statistics. I'm going to show you some commands that will help you get data. So the first thing is to calculate the CV value. I'm going to make these a little bit bigger so I can spread them out. All right, we're going to look at heights first. And so I think what I want to do here, don't worry, this is something you don't have to do, but it's just so I have some, I'm going to insert a column before. And that way I can name some things here. And so what I want to do is I'm going to put a place for my mean or average. And I'm going to put a place for my standard deviation. And then we'll calculate the CV value. And so to calculate a mean in Excel, what we want to notice is everything is named, if you follow my mouse here, with letters for the column and numbers for the row. And so when I look at this piece of data here, it's B2, kind of like the old game Battleship. And so to calculate an average or a mean, there's a built-in function, and it's called average. So I type in the equal sign. Let me make this big enough so that you can see it, because this sometimes comes up small on the screen. And I think I can make it bigger. Let me try here. Nope. Let's try. Let's see. Window, new window tools. I want to zoom. Well, let's see. Shift Control. Normally, a Shift Control Plus makes it, but this is. I'm stuck with this size here. But anyway, we'll work it out. So I have equal sign, and notice I can also do it up here, but we're going to do it right here. And I'm going to type in the word average. And it's going to try to help me out. It's going to tell me the different forms of average. And I'm going to put in a parenthesis. And I need to tell it to go from B2 to B13, because all the data I want to average is in from B2 to B13. So I'll type in B2, the colon, to B13. And close my parentheses. So equals average. I'm starting at B2 and I'm going to B13. And once I have that, I can hit tab and it shows me the average value for my heights. Now the standard deviation, we'll find as we go through, there's different ways to talk about standard deviation, be it a population or a sample. And for this data, it's going to be a population. We have all the heights of a team. So I need to tell this I want, so I'm going to type in the equal sign, standard deviation. So STDEV with a P for the population, because I have everything there. It defaults to using a sample, and you'll see why as we progress. And I want to tell it the same thing. I want the standard deviation from B2 colon to B13. And there's my standard deviation. And so my CV value was the standard deviation divided by the mean. So I need to do that. So I'm going to do equal. Now, what I want to do is I want to refer to the numbers in this cell. So that's the standard deviation divided by the mean. So I want B16. So B16 divided by B15. And there's my CV value. And so this is similar to some of the things I've shown on how you get this data into your calculator, but now we're using a spreadsheet through it. What's nice about the spreadsheet is then I can say, hey, I need the same calculation on this other column over here. And so you see that little square down there? If I click on that, if I click on it, and let me see if I can grab that square. Click, and drag it over to this. It copies the formula over, but it changes the column. And so now I have the mean and the average of my ages. And if I do the same thing with the standard deviation, I've got the standard deviation, and I can get my CV values. And so I'm able to generate the data. This is the same as using a calculator. When we put in all the data in the data set in a calculator, we're just using the things that are built into a spreadsheet. And you'll find when you use statistics in the real world, and people do a lot actually, they do them through spreadsheets. Oh, and there's my infinite screens again. Sorry about that.